Justin, how would you rate the performance last week? Where do you guys go from here?
Well, the performance was completely unacceptable. I mean, from start to finish, it was just all pretty bad. I mean, I think from where you go from there, you watch it, you learn from it, you kind of look back, what went wrong, what could we do more, what could we do differently. Leading up to the game and during the game, you know, we all made mistakes during the game, so. And then you just you take those and you move on. You know, you got the 12-hour rule. When you come in here, you watch the film, and then you put it back. You take the notes, you take the criticism, and then you move on to the next week. And that's East Carolina for us this week.
You guys this year have been a very resilient team. Can you bank on that this week?
What was the question?
Coming back, being able to come back. You guys have been good at that.
Yeah. I think part of it, we just got to learn how to win. We were on a two-game win streak, so I think we kind of got on a high horse. You know, preparation wasn't there that it was for, say, Houston and Tulane. We prepared greatly for Tulane. We had some twists in there, and I think that's part of the reason. You know, that we realized that it kind of humbles us a little bit taking the loss, especially that big of a loss. It kind of slaps you in the face. And you know, you just learn from it and keep going. And I think it's a humbling experience that we all can learn from. And if we can take that loss and then we come out with 2 or 3 more, which obviously we want the 3, then I'll take that loss 10 times out of 10. You know, so that gets us to a 7-5 season and into a bowl game, which is our ultimate goal.
Coach Morris said that the day after the game, he didn't mince his words when talking to you guys. Was that day after meeting any different than the one after Temple?
No, I think Temple was a little earlier in the year, so it was a little less need to. I mean, I say press for lack of a better term, but to press us. I mean, Coach Morris really came out to that because, like I said, that performance was just completely unacceptable in this program. Under his hands and all of our leaders' hands, and he just wanted to get it out that at the end of the day it's on us. You know, I mean, the coaches can put up a great plan and do this, that, and the other, and get us everything that we need. But at the end of the day, it's the players that play, and he wanted to get a strong point across that. You know, this is unacceptable. It's not going to happen again under his watch, and I think he accomplished that pretty well.
Part of the leadership committee, have you got a chance to talk to the guys, or what is your message to anyone?
Yeah, I said a couple things, but it was more of a one-on-one with some in particular guys. You know, Coach Morris said we have the power to call a meeting, team meeting, or defensive or offensive meeting with all of us guys at any time that we want. And we have done that before, and some of the seniors joined in too. But Coach Morris, I mean, he came on. He was very blunt about it. Just, I mean, the message hit me in the face, and I think it hit everyone else right square in the face. So I didn't think there was a need for it, and we're going to see how Tuesday and Wednesday goes, and if we feel like there's some extra motivation that's needed. And more humbling to be done, then we'll do that. I mean, these seniors only have 3 more games. I've only got 15 more games guaranteed in my whole career. So, I mean, if we need it, it's going to be done, and we're going to get this right, whatever it takes.
Coach Morris and Coach Malone both cited the tackling or lack of tackling Saturday. What do you attribute that to? Is that purely an effort thing, or are there other factors at play?
I mean, really, it's an. I mean, a lot of it is an effort thing. Also, obviously, there's some technique to it. Everything you do, there's a technique to it. I mean, it's just lack of focus and intensity. I mean, when you hit a big back, like some of those guys were, I mean, you got to hit them good and thick with some intensity to it, you know, or he's just going to plow over you. So I think it was just a combination of multiple things. I mean, just the lack of energy wasn't there, the intensity wasn't there, and really for the whole night. So I think it was just a combination of things. I think we had 21 total. So I mean, that just can't happen. You're not going to beat anybody.
You had 9 tackles, including 4 tackles for loss. How would you rate your own
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter what I do. 51-7. I mean, I could have 5 to 10 sacks, and you know, a loss is a loss. You know, it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about the team and how we do. You know, at the end of the season, if I do have 5 to 10 sacks, I may look and I know, well, that was a pretty good game for me. You know, but at the end of the day, it's all about the team. I mean, if we don't win, then it's really for nothing. I mean, I try to show up every day and do the best I can and try to lead some guys, inspire some people by my play and by my words. But the play was there. At times, I made a lot of mistakes, a lot more mistakes than I normally do. But I felt I made a couple of plays and it just wasn't going. And you know, that's on me. I got to be better. But at the end of the day, it's all about the team. It's all about the defense and how we do and how many points the offense can score. So,
Anything else?
What do you think about Stjones?
Very, very good player. I mean, he's pretty the focal point of their offense. I haven't watched a ton, to be honest with you. I kind of focus on more of their offensive line because I'm the defensive line, obviously. But I do know that they find a way to get him to the ball. I mean, with the slot outside, you know, motion, and you know, they do everything with him. He's very dynamic, but very good pander, very good player. He doesn't drop. I mean, drops very few balls. I mean, and you know, he's somebody that we're gonna have to have a plan for, and somebody that the defensive line is gonna have to get to the quarterback to affect that plan. You know, your secondary can be so good, but if the quarterback has all day long, he's gonna find it. He's gonna find Zay and you know the other guys they got out there. So we gotta have a plan to get to the quarterback to help those guys out. But right now, I think it's more about what we do, you know, and then Saturday we'll put the plan together. But right now, it's about SMU and how we prepare for this game.
Last year, you chased around James Summers when he was at quarterback. Now he's at running back. What do you recall about his running style and what he does effectively, and what's the approach to trying to keep him in check?
Well, he's a pretty good running back. I mean, watching Tulsa, he runs hard. He's a bigger guy. I'm not sure what he's listed at. I'll get my scouting report in a couple hours, but he's a bigger guy, and he, like I said, he runs hard. So we just got to hit him good. I mean, we can't have 21 missed tackles again. You know, we got to have good gap integrity. They don't do a whole lot of stuff. I mean, most of the time they're in 10 personnel, so they don't do a whole lot of tight end stuff. So that I kind of like that. You know, I mean, it's better for me, obviously, or easier for me in certain aspects. But he's a pretty good player, and we got to wrap him up, and I'm good and thick.